Hi friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Kate. In today's video, we are going to be sewing our block number 4 of our flowering quilt along by Fat Quarter Shop. This is the monthly blog that comes in our sew sampler box, and this came in July, but I was unable to unbox July's box because it came while I was on vacation to Africa. My family and I took like a 3 weeks vacation to Africa. So we were gone for 3 weeks, and while I was gone, a lot of stuff arrived, including the sew sampler box for July. I'm sure you guys have seen all of the unboxings, but if you haven't, I'm just gonna run through what came in our box this month. We received this lovely, very summery fabric, and this is 8 fat quarters in here. So this right here, it is perfect to do entire quilt. This fabric right here is by Art Gallery Fabric, and the fabric is Wonder. Art Gallery Fabric makes the softest. It feels like kind of like silk. I don't think they get enough credit for their fabric because their fabric, I mean, you touch it, it's just very silky, very fine cotton. If you want to use this to make a quilt without using the pattern that accompany the box for the July box, you can totally use 8 fat quarters from here to make a whole quilt. And then this fabric right here, I think it's the focal fabric. You can kind of use this as your backing, but you do have to order more if you don't have it in your stash. This 8 fat quarter bundle is $29.98. This right here is the pattern that came with the sew sampler box. If you're gonna make the quilt, the size of it is right here is 56.5 by 56.5. And this is what your quilt will look like if you choose to make the quilt. You do have 2 options. You can either make a table runner of 20.5 by 68.5, or you can make the quilt that is 56.5 by 56.5. You will still need a background, an accent, and a binding for both. That's something that you will have to purchase separately. We also received a full size of Aurifil thread, and this color here is color 6722. We also received Wonder clips right here. These are 10 Wonder clips total in here. If you were to purchase this on Fat Quarter Shop website, it's $6.98. We also got friction pen. I personally love using friction pen because it disappear when you iron it. I never have a problem with the marking coming back. I live in Texas and it's hot here all the time, even in December, but everybody feels different about using friction pen. That's the only pen I use. This is the color we got this month. Just so you know, I have it in different colors depending on what color fabric I'm working with, so I can see the marking. I never have a problem with them coming back. Like, I make quilts, giving it away as gifts, I don't have any issue with the marking coming back, but that is just my opinion. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Personally, I like it. I use it, no problem. With all this tidbit, right? What we're going to be doing in this video today is sewing our block number 4 of flowering quilt along, and this is what it's going to look like. This is mocked up in Camille Ross Kelly's summertime collection. This is what it'll look like if you are using the kit. I'm using the Tula pink fabric, so this is what I'm going to be sewing today. So if you've not sewn your block yet, or if you've sewn yours and you just want to watch this as an entertainment videos, more than welcome. Please, by all means, go ahead. With that said, let's go on ahead and sew our block number 4 of the flowering quilt along. And here we go. I'm going to come here, look at the color that's on the main fabric that they kitted for, and I'll go over here, then look at my fabric, then pick my fabrics out. If I'm not keen as to the color that's over here, I change it out. For this month, our color number 1 is right here, and I'm going to use this color right here. And then this dark blue is this color right here. And then we have this green that's suggested right here, and my color is right over here. You get the gist. So we're using 3 main colors, 1, 2, 3. These are my pieces all nice and cut out, and then I have my background over here. So what I'm going to do is just go step by step and show you how you're going to piece your block. Now, this block is rather big and it's easy. Well, I don't want to say easy and I mess it up. It's easy to follow. So now that I have my fabric all nice and set up and my machine is ready to go, what I'm going to do now is piece the first step, which is making the half square triangle. Okay, so we're going to take our 2 squares and I'm just going to put it together. I'm going to piece straight down so I can make 2 HSTs. So now that this is done, what I'm going to do is just trim this to the size that it needs to be. Trim off, and then I'm going to come to this side over here, and then I'm going to trim. So now that this is nice and trim, I'm just going to cut down the middle. And I'm just going to press open here. I'm just going to press open. And then that's that. So now this is done. We're going to need to make 8 of this. I have made some ahead of time, and here they are right here. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take our rectangle, and then we're going to take another rectangle of background. We're going to stitch this two together. For this part right here, you're going to need to make 8. And a faster way to make this, if you don't want to cut it like this, like the pattern says, you can cut this right here this same width and then make it longer, and then do the same thing here, cut the same width right here and then make it longer. Oh, and then you sew it, right? And then you cut to the size that you need. I hope that makes sense. So that way you're only sewing one long piece, and then you're just going to cut like this when you're finished, okay? That's just a little bit of a easier way to sewing it, and then you can just cut to what you need. But for now, I'm sewing it the way Fat Quarter Shop wrote the pattern, so that way if you are a beginner, you can follow easier. And it's asking us to press to the dark. I'm just going to use my iron to give it a little heat like this. I'm not doing this. I'm just going to set it on top like that. Now for this right here, you're going to need to make 8. And that's why I was trying to explain that you can just cut one long piece and sew it and then cut. That way your sewing will be more accurate and it will look more crispy sometimes. So now I have all 8 of them sewn and they are right here. What we are doing next is making kind of like a quarter square. So we're going to take this piece. The orientation of which this HST is facing is very important, and the orientation as to how this is facing is also very important as well. So what we're going to do now is face it to how they want it. So your darker piece, whatever you're sewing with, has to be down this way, and your lighter fabric is going to be over this way, right? And so what you're going to do with this, you're going to flip this, and then you're going to bring one of this. So you're going to take your lighter fabric on the bottom like this. So make sure your lighter fabric is going this way, and then your darker fabric is going this way. And so when you flip it over, it's going to look like this. So what you're going to do is sew down the middle. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to need to make 8 that looks like this. I'm just going to go ahead and chain piece this. I'm going to face it this way and face it this way so I don't get confused. So now what I'm going to do is just go ahead and chain piece it, and we're good. Okay, I'm sew 4 because I've already sewn the other set ahead of time. I sewed on this side and I also sewed on this side because I didn't want those fabric to waste. I'm just going to cut a 1/4 inch away per my eyeballs. Even though it says to discard this part right here, I went on ahead and sewed it anyway, and I would do something with it. Maybe I'll sew it together and show you what it looks like. That way you can kind of put it in back of your quilt as an extra block, or you can just kind of use for later for something else. And then I'm just going to cut it away. So these right here, we're not going to use it. This is what we're going to need. So what I'm going to do now is press it to the direction that it asks us to. It wants us to press it going towards this way. So what I'm going to do now is carefully press it, even though I've already starched my fabric. The bias on this thing are just kind of all over the place. So you can't really super iron it like, you want it to just kind of turn into, old French fries in your car or whatever. It doesn't need to be pressed so much that your fabric is distorted. So there you go. That is done. We need to make 8 of this. These are the other set that we need, and they are done. So what we're going to do now is take our other focal fabric, which is our 3rd piece of fabric. We are going to just sew onto 3 of the corners. And that's what we're doing. All right. That's kind of like step 2, I think. It looks like it's a lot of pieces, but it's really not that bad. So what we're going to do here, we have 2 big square pieces. Oh, and then we have this small square right here. So what we're going to do is sew this bigger square to opposite side. And when we're done with that, we're going to take this little square right here. We're going to sew it to the bottom corner. And I'm going to do that right now. And then I'm going to take the other square and I'm just going to sew it on. So what I'm going to do now is cut 1/4 inch away. And this is just me eyeballing it. I've done this for so long that I can pretty much cut it, right? So what I'm going to do now is just flatten it out a little bit, flatten it out on this side. And then I'm going to press. I'm not swishing or anything. I'm just laying my iron right directly on top so my fabric doesn't get distorted, just like that. All right, and that is done. So what we're going to do next is take this little square and then we're going to sew it to the bottom corner right here. Okay, and the reason why I press this part first is because I wanted to make sure it keeps me kind of right where, like, okay, you know what? This little teeny tiny pieces right here, this space and this space right here are not supposed to touch. So that was why I pressed it, so that way I can see, oh, okay, did I mess up, kind of thing. It keeps me on point. I just want to explain that so that way you know why I did what I did. So I'm just gonna sew. So I'm just going to cut away 1/4 inch, just like so. And then I'm just going to come here and I'm just going to press. Just like that. This is one that I made. This is what it's supposed to look like. We're going to need to make 8. So I have all the other pieces here, nice and done. I'm just going to put it like this. So all of my pieces are going the right direction. So what we're going to do now is assemble the block, okay? And for this part, we're just gonna make a medallion kind of look. I'm just going to take my pieces like this, and then this is gonna go like that because this is kind of tricky. And then this is going to go, so the background part are the one that I'm paying attention to. So that way they can kind of face the way I want them to. So the background for this is going to go to the bottom. So you're going to have this pinwheel looking thing right in the middle. That is super cute, especially with this fabric right here. It looks more like a peaceful kind of ocean like. So what I'm gonna do now is going ahead and sew down the middle, sew down the middle. We need to make 2 sets that look like this. So now that this is sewn, I still have the thread here. I'm just going to press the opposite way. Technically, you can press open at this point, depending on what you want to do, but I honestly am going to press the opposite way. Okay, so I'm just going to pin the middle right here, and I'm just going to come to the end. I'm going to pin. So that way my fabric doesn't shift while I'm sewing. And I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to pin going this way so I can sew straight through. Now I'm going to sew. Now I'm just going to press, and I don't want to swish this thing. I'm just going to kind of lightly press. Okay. So both of these are done. We're going to make 2 sets just like that. For the next part, what we're going to do is take our next set of fabric and we are going to make our X square. Kind of like an X block, and then we're just going to put it like this, like this, like this, and it's going to look just like that. And so what I'm going to do now is sew this part, I'm going to chain piece, and I'm going to come back and sew the middle part. So I'm just going to make sure that this middle part is pinned. I'm going to pin it, and then I'm going to come around here and I'm going to pin. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just sew this together, and then this section will be done. Okay, so now that this is sewn, okay, we're going to need to make 2 of this, and it's right here. What we're going to do is take this first one that we made, we're going to put it like this, and then we're going to take this part, we're going to put it like so. We're going to take this right here, we're going to bring it like this, and then we're going to take this and put it like that. This is what our block is going to look like. All I'm going to do now is just sew like this, like that, and then we are done. So I did go ahead and pin in areas where I feel are needed. What I'm going to do now is just go ahead and sew. I'm just going to come around and press them. All right. So now that I press, this seam is going this way and this seam is going that way. I'm just going to flatten together. And okay, so now I have pinned where I feel like it is necessary, which is at the seam line. So I'm just going to sew and put this block together and we will be done. We've completed block number 4 of our flowering quilt along. This is what my block number 4 looks like. I'm going to show you what my other previous 3 blocks look like, so that way you can kind of see what direction I am going with my sew along. And I'm using fabric from my stash. I have enough stash behind me that I can burn up. So let me show you, in case you have not seen what my previous block looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and show you from block number 1 all the way to our current. This is what my block number 1 looks like right here. This is what my block number 2 looks like. This is our block number 3. I try to fuzzy cut as much as I can when I'm using Tula pink fabric. Even any other fabric that I am able to fuzzy cut, I take opportunities to fuzzy cut and use whatever the motif is as a focal point in my quilt. But with this one, this is our most recent. This is our number 4. This is what it looks like. So they all kind of work together, and Tula pink is known for her bright, bold color and her animal print and just kind of like out there kind of color, which I love. So with that said, this is what I have today. This is our block number 4 all done. And if you are interested in sewing along with me, or you want to use your own fabrics and you just want to sew the blocks, you can purchase the block individually at Fat Quarter Shop website, and they're $4.98. But I think it's money well spent for $4.98 per block. You don't even have to make all 12. You could just make one and turn it into a pillow, like a square pillow on your couch or whatnot. And I think that works too. Anyways, enough of my tidbits, right? So with that said, that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in today to Kate's Crafting Nest, and I would love to see you in my next video. Bye.